everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm excited to do. I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite underrated makeup products and also touch on some underrated makeup brands. And I'm excited because this video is a collab with my friend Kelly Gooch. So, fun story. Kelly and I did a collab last month and we came up with the idea to do a collab, and we were kind of, giving some ideas back and forth on what we think we should do. We narrowed it down to 2 of our favorite ideas, and then we never confirmed which idea we were going to do. So when we did our collab last month, we put our videos up and we had each done one of the ideas and we were like, oh yeah, we never actually said what we were getting. Like, we narrowed it down to 2 and that was apparently as best as we got. So we saw that, we got a good laugh, and we thought, okay, well that just means we have to come back on and do a second collab and do the opposite of one another. So last month I did makeup products that I got bored of. Kelly did underrated makeup products and brands. So this month Kelly is going to be doing makeup products that she got bored of, and I'm doing underrated makeup products and brands. That's what we are doing. So please make sure to check out Kelly's channel. I of course will have her linked in my description box. It was really fun to see the different brands that she put in her underrated category. I agreed with a lot of the products and brands that she mentioned, so definitely check that one out. But I'm also really curious to see which products she got bored of. I think Kelly has a really great channel. She does really focus on having a smaller collection, really using up a lot of her products. She has great project pan videos and Shop My Stash, and I just think that she's a great human. She's someone who I consider a friend, and I'm really thankful for her, and I just think that she is totally a gem in this YouTube beauty community. So make sure to check her out. I'm excited to see what products it is that she has gotten bored of, and if you want to see my underrated makeup products, why don't we go ahead and get started. So like I said, I have both brands and individual products I want to talk about. I was first going to spotlight brands in general that I feel like are underrated, and then I will cap it off with some products that I think are underrated from brands that I don't necessarily think the brands are underrated. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. But so first up, I wanted to talk about the brand Ilia Beauty. I just have a few products in my hands here that I thought that I would mention, but truly I think this brand is very underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Ilia Beauty. I actually did do a sponsored video with them in 2019, which feels like 1,000 years ago. Did anyone else's January go on forever? But I did do a sponsorship with them in 2019, and when we were first talking about potentially doing a partnership, I say, like, send me a few products, let me try them out, let me see what's going on here. And as I was trying the products, I was like, what? Like, in particular, this mascara is one of the best mascaras just like in my collection in general. Not just from Ilia Beauty, not just from a high-end brand, not just from brands that you can find at Sephora. Like, it's just a fantastic mascara. This is their Limitless Lash Mascara. I think it's fantastic. It's what I have on my lashes today. It's so good. It doesn't transfer. It says that it has a flake-free formula. I completely agree. I never get any of this mascara on my face, smudging, nothing. Like, it is so good. Some of the other products that I really enjoy, I really like this is the True Skin Serum Concealer. This is great. Their True Skin Radiant Priming Serum. This one is really nice too, especially before makeup. And I'm not even, like, I don't love cream products, but this is their Color Haze. It's a multi-matte pigment. You can use it as a cream blush. You can also use it as a lip product, so it's kind of a dual purpose. I personally like to use it more as a cheek product than I do lip. And again, I'm not even a huge fan of cream or liquid products, but this is so easy to work with that I actually have really been enjoying it. And I just think they're a really nice brand. Again, I just don't feel like I hear a ton of people, of course, when I'm talking about underrated or brands that I think I need more love, need more love, products I think I need more love, sometimes I fall into the trap of being like, no one talks about this. And that's usually a bit of an exaggeration, of course, and also at the same time, I can't watch everybody out there. So, when I say that, just know it's an exaggeration, because I'm sure people have talked about this. But I would love to know if you've tried anything from Ilia Beauty, if there's anything that has caught your attention. Again, they're a brand that's available at Sephora, and they have some fantastic products. Next up, I wanted to talk about Wander Beauty. I think Wander Beauty is still pretty underrated. I know that they've been sending out a little bit more PR. I think they work a lot with micro-influencers, which is, a fantastic a fantastic thing. So I feel like I see unboxings or hauls or Instagram stories with some PR packages, which I think is great, but I don't know, I think I would still consider them to be pretty underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about them a lot, but they do have some really good products, and I kind of really like the concept behind their brand, which is, so it's Wander Beauty, and it's kind of all about like on the go, like wanderlust, all of that. They have a lot of dual almost like dual purpose products, which I think is really interesting. But you guys might know that their Nude Illusion foundation is one of my favorites. I do have a ranking all of my foundations I tried in 2019 video coming up. I think it's going to go up tomorrow. This is very highly rated, and I don't feel like that's a spoiler alert if you've been watching my videos for a while. I'm such a fan of this foundation. I have one of their liquid eyeshadows on my eyes today. And again, with Wander Beauty, I think one of their like concepts behind them too is just like quick and easy and on the go, and that's something I've been really into, especially as of late. I don't have any foundation on today. I just have concealer and powder. I have one liquid eyeshadow. I really like a lot from the brand. I've tried mascaras from the brand too. They also have skincare. They have hair care products. They just have a lot going on, and I don't know, I would still consider the brand to be pretty underrated. You can find a lot of their products at Sephora. Not everything is there, but they do also, you know, of course they have their own website, but I don't know, I like a lot from them. It would be a brand that I'd recommend checking out if you haven't yet. I want to talk about Ciate London. This was a brand that I had in my 9 brands that I want to try in 2019 video, and I have tried some products from them, and I think that they're really nice. One in particular that sticks out to me is their Wonderwand Mascara. I actually just got back from Vegas. I'm filming this on Saturday, which I don't normally film on Saturday, but I wasn't able to get this video filmed before I left for my trip, and especially being a collab video, I knew that I just had to get it done today. So if I seem a little bit out of sorts, I haven't filmed a video since Monday, so it's been a hot minute. But I just got home last night. I didn't get home till almost 8 o'clock at night, and so I haven't even unpacked my bag yet, and I had to go get this. I had to get this mascara, and I also had to get the Wander Beauty foundation and another product I'm talking about. I had to pull them out of my bag because I took them with me on my trip. So this mascara, I've been talking about it. I think I put it in a Makeup Monthly in my favorite section. That series needs to make a comeback, I know. It's just the end of the year gets so crazy with all the best of videos and the worst of videos and brands I want to try, and there's just like so much going on, but definitely need to bring that series back. But I've mentioned the Wonderwand Mascara. I think it's great. I actually had a subscriber send me this little guide. This is, it's called Matchmaker, and this is just a really cute little blush, and it's kind of like a glowy blush. Packaging of everything is really cute too. Ciate London, I feel like, is a little bit more, I don't know, talked about than I think maybe the other 2 brands that I mentioned, especially when they came out with the glitter flip lipsticks, which was, maybe that was like 2 years ago at this point. So many people were buying them, so many people were trying them out. I know they did that Jessica Rabbit collab, which I think went over pretty well too. So, you know, they're talked about a little bit more. They're available at Sephora also, but I still feel like I would consider them to be pretty underrated. They're not super frequently chatted about. It might be because they don't come out with a ton of new releases. They don't come out with a ton of new collections, which, you know, good side, bad side to that also. But I don't know, I wanted to mention Ciate London, especially this mascara. I think it's fantastic. Skincare brand that I wanted to mention is Good Molecules. This is a brand that's available on Beautylish, and they are more of an affordable skincare brand, which I think is great because Beautylish really focuses on higher end brands. There's a lot of luxury brands that you can get through the Beautylish website. So when I saw that Good Molecules was on there, and I want to say Good Molecules is like a brand that was like somehow created by Beautylish. I'm not really sure how that all works out, but it's like Good Molecules by Beautylish or something like that. But when I saw that it's more affordable, because I really like the Squalane Oil and also the pure cold pressed Rosehip Seed Oil, and these are like $8 and $10 or something like that. Like, they have really good prices. I have a cleansing balm from them that I want to try out, and a lot of their products, when I looked at the ingredients, they have really good ingredients, and again, on the more affordable side, which I think is awesome too. So they are a newer brand, so, you know, could be a reason why they're a little bit underrated. But again, I feel like Good Molecules is a brand that I've seen working with micro-influencers, which is always really nice, but I've been really impressed with their products. The Squalane Oil I also took with me on my Vegas trip because I've noticed a really big difference when I use this, so I definitely didn't want to be gone for, I think I was gone for 4 nights. I didn't want to be without it for all 4 nights, so definitely also wanted to mention Good Molecules. I know that they had products in the Beautylish Lucky Bags too, which I think will definitely help, you know, getting people to talk about the brand and use the brand and all of that, which is a great thing. I started working on this list before I got my Beautylish bag, and I did get a product from them in the Beautylish bag. Also, I did get the cleansing balm, which I do already have, but still wanted to mention them, you know, a little bit newer and everything, but wanted to mention Good Molecules. And then kind of moving over into some products that I think are underrated or that I don't hear a lot about, but maybe the brands in general I don't feel like are super underrated, if that makes sense. But this is one of my favorite brow pencils. This is another product that I had in my travel bag. This is from Japonesque. This is the Kumadori dual-ended eyebrow pencil. So it's a brow pencil, but I think it's fantastic. And I was actually looking for this because I was getting ready to sit down to film this video, and I was like, okay, I took this pencil to Vegas with me. So I went and grabbed my makeup bag and I was looking in it, and I couldn't see it right away, and I was like, wait, did I not take it with me? I was like, I could have swore I used it, but I went to my brow collection and I was looking in there and it wasn't in there, and I was like, oh no. So I came into my filming room where I did do a get ready with me, was one of the last videos I filmed before I left, and I was like, did I use the Japanese brow pencil? So I was looking at the little table that I have in my filming office, and I was like, if I took it to Vegas and left it in my hotel room, I'm gonna freak out. And I went back to my makeup bag and it was in there. I don't know how I missed it the first time, but I did, and I was in a full like, no, how did this happen? But so you do have a double-ended pencil here, and my shade, does it say it on here? I want to say it's like light. Oh, it doesn't say the shade name on here. Okay, mine was like light medium, I believe. So one side is a little bit lighter, one side is a little bit darker, and it has kind of more of that teardrop shape, almost like the Benefit Goof Proof. I like to use the darker side actually, and whenever you see me with darker brows, it's typically the Japanese brow pencil, and I almost like, I feel like I pretty much always get complimented on my brows when I'm using the Japanese pencil. Since it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit quicker to fill in my brows. The only downside with this one is that it doesn't have a spoolie, and I really do like the spoolies. So I get that you have the 2 different shades, which can be nice, especially with, sometimes I'll do a little bit darker and I'll take the lighter shade and do that one more in the front of my brow. But I do really wish it had a spoolie, but I think that this one is really nice. I reached for it a ton. Again, it went in my travel makeup bag because it's one of those brow pencils that I feel like doesn't let me down when I use it. But I don't feel like I've really seen anyone else talk about this brow pencil, but I think it's great. Next up, I want to talk about a product from the brand Colourpop. I'm pretty sure probably most of you haven't heard of this brand or tried anything from them. They're pretty tiny, like not a lot of people really know about them, so I really wanted to include Colourpop as a brand in my underrated makeup video. I'm just kidding, of course, I'm just kidding. But I feel like these, which are a little bit newer to Colourpop as a brand, I feel like these are really nice, and I haven't heard a whole lot of people yet talking about their false lashes. Now, I am someone who hasn't been wearing false lashes as much as I once used to. I pretty much would always wear false lashes in my videos. I mean, I would always have false lashes even to just like go to a friend's house, going to a party, going out at night. I always had false lashes on. And it was really in 2019, like maybe towards like spring, summer 2019, that I was like, I don't need to wear lashes every single day. I was able to find some really good mascaras that I really enjoyed, but I feel like I've been wearing lashes more, and it's because I keep wearing the Colourpop ones. I'm holding the Honey lashes right now. I've also tried the Queenie style from them, which I think are really good. I don't know, their false lashes are really impressing me. The bands are easy to work with, and I really like that they are more affordable. Also, I think their lashes run for $8. They have a lot of different styles. Again, these are newer products to Colourpop. They just recently came out with the lashes with one of their collections, and I want to say it maybe launched around like the fall time, but I can remember wearing the Queenie lashes when I went to the American Influencer Awards, which was in November, and I was still kind of in that like testing phase for the lashes, but I put them into my favorites category in a makeup monthly. I put them in my affordable favorites through the year, and I think that they're really nice. But again, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the Colourpop lashes in particular. Colourpop gets talked about in a lot of videos, so of course that was just a joke. Another product I wanted to mention that I just feel like is a little bit underrated, and it's one of my favorite foundations. This is from Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. I feel like I have seen a couple people mention this one and also really enjoy it, but it really is one of my favorites. Like I said, I have that foundation ranking video coming tomorrow. This one is, you know, very highly ranked. I've mentioned it in favorites. It went in my best of beauty, the high-end category. I don't know, I think it's fantastic. But Shiseido is a brand that also I feel like I would say is underrated. Because I haven't tried a ton from them, I didn't feel like I could say like, I really want you to check out this entire brand, and like I have all these different products that I've tried from them, because really it's just been the foundation. Like I've tried a sample of their eye cream too, which I thought was really nice, but really this foundation really impresses me. It's a medium to full coverage. It's a little bit more on the mattifying side, but kind of natural, which is my preference, is more of a natural finish. Really long wearing. It's supposed to have technology that helps skin match, and truly I have the shade 240 Quartz. This is like one of my best foundation matches, and I bought this myself. I bought it online and I was a little bit worried about it, but I think it's a fantastic foundation. I would definitely recommend it. I also wanted to mention this highlighter. So again, last year when I did 9 brands I think you should try in 2019, which was my underrated makeup video, I mentioned Lawless Beauty. They were still kind of a newer brand at this time. I think they still only had a couple different products that were out. The brand launched with liquid lipsticks. They've moved on to you know, really be expanding. I know they just most recently launched their satin cream lipsticks. I just picked up one of those and I featured it in my latest Get Ready With Me Trying New Makeup. I like a lot from the brand. I still highly recommend them, but I really do like their highlighter, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this one. I feel like their liquid lipsticks definitely get a lot more love these days, but the highlight, which again is still a little bit newer of a product, I want to say maybe it came out like late summer, early fall, maybe somewhere around that time, and I think it's beautiful. So this is the Afternoon Delight Lucid Skin Highlighter. Now when I first looked at it to me it looked like it might be too dark, and they only have this one shade, and I was like, how is one shade of highlight going to work for, you know, a lot of different people and a lot of different skin tones? But something about this is beautiful. I've seen, you know, different photos of different people and skin tones wearing this highlighter, and somehow it's just one of those that looks really good on a lot of different people. I don't know if you can see it says Lawless is pressed into it. Law is like, like the L is completely gone, the A is almost completely gone, and the W is looking pretty rough right now. So I really like this. It's a little bit more on the subtle side. Like it doesn't have as much of a as I usually love in highlighters, but it's still really beautiful. You can build it up, or if you just kind of want one of those days where you're having more of a natural glow going on, this is a really good option. And then the last products that I wanted to mention are some brushes. I feel like I'm always trying to shout out brush brands and brushes that I really enjoy, and I talk a lot about the same ones. I mean, obviously Sigma Beauty, I love their brushes. I've been using and buying them for so long. The Moda brushes are fantastic, Real Techniques, but also EcoTools has really nice brushes. So I have a bunch of their brushes in my Girl Boss mug, which I think is super cute. A fellow author sent this to me, which I just thought was great. But they have some really nice brushes. They sent me this line kind of earlier in 2019, and I think that they're fantastic. They were recently washed, and then I used one as a blush brush, and I was like, oh man, you kind of like ruined the aesthetic here, Samantha. But they have really nice brushes, and they're very soft. They're more affordable. You can find them at Ulta, you can find them at Target. I mean, obviously they have a lot of different brushes. This is just one set in particular that I'm talking about, and I think actually these were divided into, like, I think there was like 4 or 5 different sets when this line came out, and they just sent me all of them in PR, which I was very thankful for. But really nice brushes, really good quality. They wash well too. I mean, I've washed these brushes several times now, and they wash well. They don't have any issues with shedding. A little bit more affordable. I would definitely recommend EcoTools. They also do have a nice beauty sponge. If you like beauty sponges, I would recommend the one from EcoTools also. But again, I don't feel like I hear a ton about the brand, but I know just their brushes in particular I really wanted to highlight and feature, because I think that they're great. But other than that, that is going to wrap it up for today's video, talking about some underrated brands and underrated makeup products. Let me know what you thought. Have you tried any of these that I've mentioned? Or what do you think is an underrated brand or an underrated product that you would recommend? I would love if you put it in the comments. Again, please go check out Kelly's video. I can't wait to see how she did on our flip side of a collab and see what products she got bored of. Thank you guys so much for watching this video though. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.